Good evening. In this video session, I am going to explain about engineering mechanics. What is engineering mechanics? What are the topics it will contain? This engineering mechanics is related to two types of objects. One is a rigid body and other one is particle. Now, there are two types of mechanics. One is statics, another one is dynamics. Now, the statics is related to both rigid body and particle. Dynamics is related to both rigid body and particle. Again, in the dynamics, we have two classifications. One is kinematics, another one is kinetics. Now, I'll explain all these illustration words by simple diagrams. Consider a long beam, okay, and it is having a cross section of square or any cross section. Now, in this beam, we have two supports. One is fixed support, another one is hinged support. That means the beam is resting on these two supports. Now, in this beam, we have placed some load, we have placed some weight, and another beam some weight, W1 and W2. And this beam is a rigid body. Beam is a rigid body. And the problem is, what is the resistance force because of this load W1 and W2 at this here at fixed and rigid ends? What is F1 and what is F2? How much resistance force it is having? So if you find out these two, that is the answer for the problem of engineering mechanics, which is related to rigid body. Okay, and now we'll see another illustration. A cable is being connected between two ends. The two ends were connected with a cable, and at one point it is being loaded with a W1. W. Now, this point of load application, this is considered as a particle. Now, at this particle is having one force F1 here, another force F2 here. Because of this application of load W, what is the force or what is the tension that is induced in this right hand side wire and left hand side wire? This is called the particle statics. This is rigid body statics and this is the particle statics. Now, coming to dynamics, here we have sun. Okay. Now, Earth is revolving around the sun. So Earth, and this Earth is a particle with respect to the sun. And around the Earth we have some moon. Moon is a particle. Now this is a huge body. With respect to the sun, Earth is considered as a particle. With respect to the Earth, moon is considered as a particle. Now this Earth is revolving around the sun with some acceleration, some velocity, and it is always displaced. It has some displacement in a curved path. And moon is having same acceleration, velocity, and displacement. So this is what is called the moon kinematics or the particle kinematics. So, for example, there is a 100 kilometers way is there. Now a car is here, and the dimensions of car is not important. Okay. Now this car is having some velocity, some acceleration, and it is displacing from 0 kilometers to 100 kilometers, some in between some point. We have to always estimate what is the velocity, what is the acceleration. So it is called particle kinematics. Now rigid body kinematics means a piston is there, a connecting rod is there, and a crank is there. Now the crank is rotating, the piston is moving to and fro. So this is having particle mechanics like velocity diagram, acceleration diagram, and displacement diagram. So this is the rigid body kinematics. Okay, the dimensions are given. They have the length of kinetic rod is say 10, so 100 centimeters. This is 50 centimeters, like that. So in the kinematic, because here, if you with respect to the sun, it is a particle. This particle is going some velocity and acceleration, and with respect to this moon is a particle. Moon is a some velocity and acceleration. So we are not considering about weight. We are not considering weight or dimensions of the Earth and moon. Only we are bothered about acceleration, displacement, and velocity. This is called kinematics of a particle and kinematics of a rigid body. Now, what is this kinetics? Kinetics is nothing but the cause of motion. Now, here we have a car. This is having some weight W. Okay, and it is moving with some acceleration and inertia force. Calculation of inertia force is what is called the kinetics. So here in this case, what is the gravitational force the Earth is imparting on the Sun? What, with the help of inertia calculations, mass of it, we can find out the centripetal force and centrifugal force. So centripetal force and centrifugal force are something related, and the same, if you take the connecting line and this thing, what is the inertia force that is acting on the piston? It is having some mass, it is some acceleration. So this is how we are trying to find out the various branches of engineering mechanics with the simple stations. And we'll see there are several applications. That means they complete our what you call the products which are seeing in the present day environment in cities or wherever we go. You are going to see All vehicles, if you observe vehicles or buildings or ships or aeroplanes and everything is governed with engineering mechanics. That means everything is been governed with engineering mechanics. So I'm traveling the car with some speed. How much distance it will travel? Let's say in 10 minutes. How much distance it will travel in 20 minutes? If you're applying a brake, how much force is applied on the car and what is the distance of stop? So all these things are completely governed with this engineering mechanics. So this is what I would like to give an introduction about engineering mechanics. Thank you for watching the video.